You hand a stranger a small piece of paper, a £20 note with the king's head on it. Or you tap a card against a machine, and in return, they give you something real. A hot meal, or an hour of skilled work that took someone years to learn. It's such an everyday thing to do that it's easy to miss how strange it is. That note is just a printed slip of paper, and yet a stranger will hand over real food for it, and neither of you thinks twice. What is that note, really? As an object, it's worth almost nothing. It costs pennies to print, and you can't eat it or live in it. And these days, most money has no physical form at all. It's just a figure in a bank account, a row of digits on a screen. So if the worth isn't in the paper, and there's nothing solid to point to when the money is just a number, where is it? When you have £20, whether it's a note in your pocket or a number in an account, what you actually have is a widely accepted way to pay for other people's goods and work. Offer it to a baker for a loaf, or a plumber for an hour of their time, and nearly always they take it. That, in practice, is what the £20 is, a claim on other people. So why does a whole society agree to take that money, for a scrap of paper or a line on a screen? A shopkeeper takes your £20 because they're sure the baker and the landlord will take it from them next week. On its own, that would be slightly circular. Everyone accepting the money, mainly because everyone else does. There's another reason the confidence holds, though. The clearest example is the one bill almost nobody escapes, the tax bill. When it lands, the government won't take payment in dollars, or in hours of your time, or in something you've made yourself. It wants pounds, and only pounds. Because a demand like that reaches into nearly every home and every business, there's a constant, standing need for this exact money, quite apart from whether you personally trust it. And that steady, built-in demand gives everyone else's confidence something firmer to rest on. Once a whole society accepts the same claim, that money can do three useful jobs. The first is trade. You can swap what you have for what you want, without having to find someone who happens to want exactly what you're offering. The second is saving. You can hold the claim and use it later, earning now and spending in a year. And the third is pricing. It puts very different things onto one scale. So a loaf, a haircut, and a house can all be measured in the same units. All of that only holds while people are willing to take the money. Try to buy your lunch with a banknote from another country, or with an old note your own country has withdrawn, and the shop may simply hand it back. The paper is perfectly fine, and that old note might still be worth something at a bank. It just isn't working as money at that till. Take the same foreign note back to its own country, though, and it buys lunch without anyone blinking. Nothing about the paper changed between the two shops. What changed is whether the people there had already agreed to treat it as money. A note works as money only where people have already agreed to treat it that way, and it stops working the moment they don't. So the thing you're really carrying is an agreement, shared out among everyone you might one day spend it with. So when you hold money, what you're really holding is other people's readiness to swap their goods and their work for it. And that shared agreement is why money never quite makes sense on its own, apart from the people around you.